one more fucking chapter of this. Sonic High School, Chapter 5. It was the end of the day at school, and it was time that Sonic and Tails and Knuckles got back on the bus at the bus stop and boarded it all the way home from school. That is the longest fucking sentence. "We are on the bus now," said Tails. "No more classes." Tails was happy, but sad, because he is smart. Sonic and Tails sat down together, and Knuckles sat right in the middle of the aisle, which he usually did, but did not do sometimes, did when not everyone was on the bus. So he did? Or, I don't know. It looked like SBO and Rouge were not on the bus because they were busy getting ready to go sex tonight now that they are boyfriend and girlfriend. Knuckles laid across the aisle even more and stretched out than he just sat across two seats because now the limits were the Alpha and the Omega. "How can we help SBO?" said Sonic to Tails. Tails responded, "I don't know," and thought about it on the bus. The bus drove bumpy on the bumpful roads all the way home, and they got out of the bus stop they normally got at the bus just in time, like always. Sonic ran out of the bus, and then Tails, and then Knuckles, in that order. "Time to go home," said Tails. "We are almost there." And they walked the rest of the way home. When they got home, it was dinner time, and Sonic was at a different home from Tails and Knuckles because they were all in different families, so they did not live together. Cool. And Sonic's mom made a dinner. Sonic's mom made Chinese food, and Sonic ate it, and at the end there was a fortune cookie, and Sonic broke it open and ate the cookie part, and kept the paper that was inside that held a magical fortune on it. Sonic looked at the fortune and read it to himself inside of his head. "The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis." What the fuck? "The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis." Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I'm glad I read this story. Said Sonic inside of his head, reading the fortune cookie paper, and knew it was a good sign for what was about to happen tonight when SBO and Rouge went to sex. Then the phone rang. Sonic ran to the phone and picked it up and said, "Hello?" into it. It was Tails. "I have an idea," said Tails on the phone to Sonic, who was listening but not speaking. "I can give SBO my invisibility hat for the science competition, and he can use it to do sex to Rouge." Sonic smiled so wide, like the king of fire finding out he burned down New York City with only his fire powers. What? Sonic and Tails went to SBO's house later, which was not easy to walk to normally for most people, but Sonic is super fast, and he ran there and helped Tails get there too. Seeing as Tails is not as fast as Sonic. Aww. They knocked on the house, and SBO came to the door. "Here's my invisibility hat that you can use with Rouge tonight to make sex in." You just flip the hat over, make it right inside. It makes impossible to see and impossible to hear you when you are wearing a hat, or when someone who is wearing a hat wants you to also be impossible to see and impossible to hear. Screamed Tails, whose voice was a little hoarse from ordering food with the lunch lady whose hearing was lost in an earthquake in her childhood. What? Tails had to say the things he wanted so loud that she would still say, "What?" And Tails wondered why she even had ears if she wasn't going to use them. What the fuck is this story? Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. I'm okay. SBO grabbed the invisibility hat from Tails' hands and said, "Cool, thanks," and kept going, so Sonic and Tails left and wished him luck from far away at their own homes. Back at home, Sonic thought it would be good that SBO would get sex into Rouge so that he could explain to Sonic, and Sonic would know how to find Amy's sex spots even better. Because he would have to read about it online because all he knew about was kissing, which wasn't really sex, but it was probably kind of the same thing. And Sonic would just read about it, then online before talking about it anyway, then he would know the right words for things. That was one fucking sentence. God damn it. Sonic sat on his chair that was in front of his Sonic computer and opened up Sonic Instant Messenger and messaged Amy, who was doing the same but in her home, and said, "Hey Amy, want to finally become true boyfriend and girlfriend by reaching sex this weekend?" That was also one sentence. Sonic waited for a long time at his computer, and it seemed like Amy was not there because she did not respond to anything. Sonic played games online and beat all the final bosses because he did not... because he was like an alien sent to Earth to destroy records set by others. Woo! Woo! Then finally Amy responded. What Amy said was, "No way!" And Sonic was so shocked his brain must have felt like a total idiot. Oh, this fucking story, you guys. That's the end of this chapter. Hopefully your brain doesn't feel like a total idiot, and don't let anybody put sex into you. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.